Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Burnout, featuring myself, Kimberly Bowman, OR, predominantly Culture Kelly, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Lucy, OR, for some car, the 21 of Ryan Blaney, whoever that is. So, jumping right in, we have lots of silly seasoning to cover, a decent amount at least. Where do you want to begin?
Well, so I feel like we should call out Brad Keselowski because his announcement was completely overshadowed by everything else going on. So congrats to Brad for signing with Team Penske again and extending the contract. It was interesting because I don't know if you saw his interview the other day, but he had said like he would like to go out with Penske. So I think he's staying. I think he's made a good home at Penske. I think he's got a really good setup there with, Joey Logano and someone else who's coming on board. We'll get to that in a second. But, I'm really excited to see what happens with Brad. I have loved Brad since he raced for Junior Motorsports. And then it was 2 years after his championship, he just became a jerk for a while. And so I really struggled with that because I try not to be fans of jerks. And then it's been like the past year, I want to say the past year or two, he's gotten a lot better. And so I've respected him a lot more and gotten back to where I used to be with Brad. And, I can't help but be grateful to him because if it wasn't for him, a certain driver wouldn't be where he is today. And leading on into that, for those of you who are unaware, and I have a huge article coming out this week because I'm so excited. I know I haven't had him this season, and I apologize, but things get hectic. And plus, you get to see my beautiful face every week, so I feel like that totally makes up for it. Anywho, for those of you who do not know, and who haven't been paying attention to silly season, the rumors,
Under a rock.
or he lives under a rock. So the announcement has finally been made that Ryan will be moving into the number 12 car for Team Penske. They will be fielding a third car for next year, which is super exciting. I'm so excited for him. He has been waiting 5 years for this opportunity. I have been waiting 5 years for this to happen, and I'm super excited to see what happens next year with the 12 car. I'm trying to figure out how, all my merchandise is going to work out. Like, can I just do the, recycle sign for the 2 and the 1? Can that work that way? Is that inappropriate? Yeah. I'm a little less frustrated with Penske than I was at the beginning of the season. I think my main frustration was there was rumors going around that Paul Menard would be taking over the third car of Penske, and now we see that that's not the truth. This was all just a ploy for Ryan to get in the and for Paul Menard to take over Wood Brothers. I don't really like the decision of Paul Menard going to Wood Brothers, but we'll see if he proves himself and, takes advantage of the great opportunity being given to him by going to the Wood Brothers. I'm very happy for Ryan that he is finally getting what he's waited for this entire time. I'm really excited because, leadership with Joey and Brad is terrified that they're going to continue to put most of the money into Brad and Joey, and Ryan's going to get left behind. That's always something terrifying. I mean, you look at Hendrick, and you can clearly tell where the loyalty lies. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. You got to go where the money goes, which, most of your money goes to Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr., so I get it. I get it. I just don't want that to happen to Ryan. However, this whole Paul Menard announcement really bothers me. And this is going to sound really, really bad, but the only reason that brothers is because Daddy has money. There are a million different drivers that could be in that car, and they picked Paul Menard, who's already had a chance in the Monster Cup Series. Really? Why him? Why that decision? It's the only thing that makes sense.
Who do you think would have been better for the 21?
Bubba.
Yeah, I'll have to say that.
I honestly think Bubba Wallace would have been more grateful for that opportunity, first of all. Second of all, I think he would have taken advantage of that opportunity more than Paul Menard will, because How many years has Paul Menard been full-time in the Monster Cup Series? Really? Like, wow. Like, I'm just saying, you were with RCR and you still couldn't perform? Come on. Like, sponsoring you. If that doesn't drive you, I don't know what will. Because if you don't perform well, Dad's money goes down the drain. So that's why I'm just really frustrated, and I think the sponsorship has a lot to do with him going to Wood Brothers. However, because we know Menards will probably be sponsoring Paul, or with Motocraft, are they moving with Ryan? Is that who the third team sponsorship is?
Taking sushi. He's what else is he taking? He's taking the.
I figured he would take Bullens. I figured he was taking Bullens. I didn't think he would go without him, honestly.
Well, you have to hand it the number 5 team this week. I think it was awesome that his team finally got that win. So big congrats to him on it. That was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Felt pretty bad seeing the way he felt afterwards in victory lane. Was kind of nervous for him there for a second, but you could tell he was really emotional about it. I think it's great.
I love Casey Kane. He is one of the most humble drivers I've met. Like, he's always very grateful for the opportunities he's had and everything.
I mean, can't get any more humble for him, I think.
No. And what's frustrating for me is Casey's a very good driver. I met him when I was 16. He's very talented, whether it's a sprint car, whether it's a NASCAR, cup car, Xfinity, like whatever you put him in. He's very talented. But if you notice, his performance significantly got worse after Leffler died. It's almost like his heart is not in this anymore.
After IMS, I mean, I think when you realize, yeah, I still got potential. I think we'll see him around for another year. I think after this, maybe not. I think we will. I could be wrong.
I don't know necessarily that it would be with Hendrick.
I don't know. I don't see him, especially if he's also leaving the sport. Period. I mean, I don't know. I guess he could be signed with another family if he wants. I mean, he's not that close to retirement.
I've heard a lot of chatter between the Kane fans and Nicole herself. Hello, if you guys haven't followed Nicole on Twitter, you probably should. She's one of the biggest Casey Kane fans I know. She's also a Ryan Blaney fan, and that is all thanks to me. You're welcome, Nicole. She has been very vocal with her frustration with Casey, simply because everybody blames, the crew chiefs and everything, blame the driver. At some point, you have to stop blaming the crew, and you have to blame the driver. And even she will tell you, you can tell his heart's not in it. And what my concern is there's been a lot of chatter about Hendrick Motorsports, and there's been no confirmation of anything. And after this weekend and that win, there still was really no confirmation. So Rick Hendrick was pretty much just like, we'll see what happens. That wasn't like a definitive answer. That's we're gonna leave him hanging again and let him know, closer to the end of the season. I don't know. Situation weird, I think.
I am not kidding. The thought just left my head. Oh, I was going to mention going into that about the driver and how people talk about during the week of after this weekend proving that the drivers are athletes, and and if that didn't prove, I mean, I think it was Jamie McMurray or someone who had posted a graph illustrating heart rate, your beats per minute, all that important quality stuff that the drivers go through compared to just a general workout. And that's race car drivers are athletes. Don't believe it?
Yeah.
Just look at Kissing Thing in this lane almost, and I'll prove it to you. I mean, I mean, the sun.
I'm just saying, it was that hot of a day. Let me just point this out. They were that like exhausted and hot, and then you're expected to drink milk. That is gross. Maybe we should find a new tradition for the July race. Just saying. We have some more confirmation for silly season. Childress announced this week that they plan on fielding 3 cars, but they have no idea who's going to be in said third car.
Time for the burnout conspiracy theory session.
Okay.
I have no idea. I think.
There is one driver who doesn't have a home for this year.
Kansas?
Yeah. Because I would say Bubba, however.
Yeah, but he will probably stick with Roush, probably.
He'll go to Richard. He'll go to Petty before anything because Petty's trying to field a second car for next season. And they're holding that spot open for Bubba. I don't know. I think it could be someone that surprises us.
Yeah, it could be a different surprise. I gotta tell you.
I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice for Kenseth just because I'd like to see him have a home for next year because he is a talented driver. And I think he should go out on his own terms and not somebody else's terms. However, you know, I hate to say it like this, and this is going to sound really, really bad, but there's a very popular name that is leaving the sport after this season. Just so happens he has a nephew who has been struggling to get his feet on the ground in the sport. Just saying. And who better to go with than your grandfather's boss to really get your feet on the ground?
That was a nice little to say, Junior.
Hashtag I'm a conspiracy.
Speaking of, Alex Bowman and Dale Jr. just won Twitter this week. I'm telling you. I laughed so hard.
Oh, wait. I forgot to ask you. Because you mentioned that Junior and Alex Bowman. So Alex Bowman's taking over Junior for Junior. Junior's going to NBC. How do you feel about it?
Oh, yeah, about that. Is he taking over the car spot? I mean, is he replacing him? Because I can go. Look, okay, I'm all for it.
That's literally what I said to somebody.
I mean, if he can bring some change to that place, go right ahead. I mean, my concern is he's a quiet kind of guy. How's he gonna get an order edgewise?
Wait, it was Nicole that I said it to. I was texting Nicole about it, and I was like, I wish he would. So I bet a lot of people are wishing he replaces Letarte. And she goes, no, I wish he would replace DW because I'm tired of listening to him.
Oh, I like DW. Fox is fine. I mean, they've got their faults, but I love Fox. MVP, that is, I'm just saying.
Listen, it'll be better when Leonard Jr.'s on it. Have faith.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little hope with him coming up there. Maybe
they want
to hear him a little more.
So my thing with Junior, okay, I love Fox. I will watch Fox. I love Jeff Gordon being up in the booth. It's great. He shuts Darrell Waltrip up, which is really great. What really annoys me, though, about Fox is that Jeff Gordon says something, and then Darrell Waltrip takes it and spins it around so that he's the one who came up with it, and he takes the credit for it, even though it's literally what Jeff just said. And also, what annoys me about Fox is Darrell Waltrip talks about the same, 7 drivers. Shut up, please. Maybe sometimes I'd like to hear about Jeffrey Earnhardt. Whatever he's doing. Why are we still obsessing over Danica, who's running in 30th?
Even with any fault Fox has, if I have to hear about something I don't care about, so much. I mean, it's like, don't tell me what's going on in the minds of the drivers because you don't know. I mean, that's just like like you're not just calling during the race, okay? Tell me what's going on. I mean, because that's what annoys me. And see, one time I laughed so hard. One time they were talking and talking and talking and explaining something for like 5 minutes straight. A caution happened. It was a wreck. They went silent, and I'm like, you can explain what happened now. I'm not even kidding. They went silent. I'm thinking, okay, what happened? They were too busy talking about whatever they were talking about. I think they had to stop and catch up with what had happened with the race to even know what was going on. So that's just how I feel.
Tell me how you really feel. I didn't really get it.
That was just a sample.
I agree with you though. His voice is very monotone too when he talks, and so like
What? I've gotten to the point I've kind of confused Jeff Burton and his voice. They sound so similar.
yeah, and they both have monotone voices. I can't. That's why sometimes like if I'm watching the race, I'll sometimes mute it and put on MRN instead because it's more interesting to listen to them.
You can think it up, right? My dad's trying to do that.
It's so sad, but it's true. Like I want to see what's going on, but I don't really want to listen to the announcers. I'd rather listen to MRN because they keep it interesting.
These things are on my head when I'm watching the race.
MRN has to keep it interesting because how do you get people to tune in every week if you're not showing anything? They keep it in.
I did see they were saying that the race this weekend in IMS had bigger television ratings than the Indy 500. But that surprised me a little bit.
Did they like add an extra 0 to it or something? Because I really doubt that.
Or did you see the stands during the race? I mean, I know it rained, but geez.
They have had a hard time getting close to sell out for any of the races this year. Or they manipulate it and they're like, we have a sellout, but then you look and the corners are empty because they didn't open the grandstands. That's not a sellout.
It's a sellout.
Don't lie.
It's not a sellout.
Which track is it? I think it's Kentucky is taking away some stands. You can't say you're selling out just because you're taking out stands. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, that's a cop-out. For sure.
Maybe do something to, bring fans into the sport instead of changing everything every 5 seconds. I think they change their opinions more and their rules more than like normal people change their underwear. I'm convinced of it. I'm just saying. It's weird. It's ridiculous.
You'll be glad to know something. I listened to Glass Case of Emotion for the first time.
I enjoyed watching it.
Listening to the podcast.
No, they do like video too.
Yeah.
They show Last Case of Emotion, Ryan's website will post the videos from the actual podcast of them record. It's not the full thing, but they'll post them inside talking and stuff, which is really cool because you get to see behind the scenes of what they're doing, what they look like when they're doing it. They had one on the other day when Ryan made his announcement. And
I saw the story of them doing that.
Yeah. I'm just saying though, yesterday I cried. Literally cried. I was so excited. And then I had one of my coworkers, Jeff, that I normally talk about. He texted me and he goes, I don't think you're that excited. I can't hear you yelling from Ohio. I'm like, you're not funny. Anybody. I was like, you must be deaf now because I'm screaming and crying. I had cold chill. The best part of the whole thing was I didn't even the NASCAR notification came out after I found out because I literally logged onto Facebook for 5 seconds to look at something. And that's the first thing that popped up. And it was like 10 seconds ago. And I'm like, no way! So excited. Cold chills, goosebumps. It was great. So great.
One thing I have to admit, and you can throw tomatoes at me if you want, but I do not get the throwback paint schemes for Darling. A few of them I do, but they don't feel like throwback schemes to me.
I'm not going to throw tomatoes at you. So I agree with you, though. Sometimes the throwback themes, I'm just like...
Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this.
No, I agree with you. On certain ones, I'm just like, is that...
Like,
you drove this like a year ago. Like, how is that really a throwback?
That doesn't... First of all, if it's going to be truly a throwback scheme, you'd have to redesign the whole car for the scheme to work. Because a lot of it, you don't have to do the shape of the car and stuff. It really, you would feel...
I thought it was really cool a few years ago when Junior drove the 3 car in the Wrangler. You didn't see that?
Yeah, I knew.
You didn't see it. I'm trying to buy wall decor for our house, and I don't know, like, if it says 18 inches, I'm like, how long is that? Because I can't just eyeball it, because I'm an IT and not an engineer or interior design.
I lost it. Alright, back to serious stuff.
Hateful. I thought the news out of Joe Gibbs today was very interesting and annoying at the same time.
I have actually not read all the news on that. I need to find an article about that. I only know what's going on.
I got it. Give me a second. I got it. Oh man, I lost track back for this week though. Dang it. God. Okay. So 2 crew members were suspended from the 78 team. Front tire changer Chris Taylor and rear changer Lee Cunningham are suspended for 3 races each. Adam Stevens and the crew members of 78 got into a verbal confrontation on Sunday. I'm just saying a load of crap because Stevens was the one who approached the 78 team. So why are they being reprimanded? Like, I get it, the 18s where a lot of your money comes from Joe Gibbs, but like, come on.
Something's up. It's because the past couple weeks, something seems a little awry. That's the word for it.
It just makes me mad. Like, Adam Stevens instigated the fight by walking over there. And he doesn't get punished? Really? But you punished 2 people from the 78 team? Guess who's outperformed Kyle Busch this year? Guess what team's done better this year?
Raises a lot of questions, that's the thing.
It answers a lot of questions too, if you think about it, about what's going on in that whole organization and why Carl Edwards decided to leave. And now all of a sudden Matt Kent is leaving. They could answer a ton of conspiracy theories just by the way this weekend happened. It's frustrating, and I feel the frustration from the 78 team because that's not fair.
Yeah, there's definitely some things going on behind the scenes that Joe Gibbs none of us will know about unless they reveal it to us. That otherwise, in the mystery, but it's affecting the team somehow. Clearly. What that is, I have no idea.
It's bizarre.
Well, yeah, that.
Okay, we're back at Pocono this weekend. Do you want to know what's great about Pocono? Do you want to know what's really great about Pocono?
A month in between each race?
It has the stupid word tri-oval in it. I hate that word. Tri-oval. An oval is not a tri-oval. It doesn't logically make sense. It's a triangle. We're at a 2.5-mile triangle because I refuse to call it that. In turn 1, 14 degrees of banking. Turn 2, 8 degrees of banking. And turn 3, 6 degrees of banking. It was last repaved in 2012. Track records and statistics. The most important one happened a month ago. June 2017 race winner was none other than the 21 Ryan Blaney. It was his first win. Whoop, whoop. August 2016 race winner, which we were both very upset with this time last year, Chris Buescher. Rain, fog, shortened, whatever it was. Your youngest winner was Joey Logano at 22 years old. Worst starting spot to win was Carl Edwards in 2005. He started 29th. We've had 35 different race winners. Kyle Busch was on the pole in June, and then Truex Jr. was in the pole in 2016 in July. Youngest pole winner was Joey Logano at 21 years old. Gordon with 6, Bill Elliott with 5, Denny Hamlin with 4. Most poles was 5 with Bill Elliott, Ken Schrader with 5, and Denny Hamlin with 4. Most top 5s is Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon with 20, and then most top 10s is Mark Martin with 34 and Jeff Gordon with 32. The most caution laps we've ever run at Pocono was 57, and that was in 2004. Manufacturer, 32 with Chevy, 23 with Ford. Drivers who have swept both Pocono races in the same season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2014, Denny Hamlin in 2006, Jimmy Johnson 2004, Bobby Labonte 1999, Tim Richmond 1986 and spring 1987, Bill Elliott 1985, Bobby Allison 1982 and spring 1983.
Trying to get ahead on my picture.
I already know who mine is.
Plastic first.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the statistics. Get a mathematical. Really, why Pocono still come together?
I do not know, but it's been like that for a really long time. I was hoping they would change that next year with the schedule, but it's still pretty much the same, which is kind of annoying. But also, I'm totally fine with it too, because then I don't have to worry about hearing the word tri-oval for the rest of the season.
Get them over this quickly.
I really can't stand that word.
Celtic's pretty strong at Pocono. He can even pretty good there.
Who?
Harvick. Have I ever put Kevin Harvick on here?
No, I think I have twice though.
I want to make my rounds and at least pick every driver once, with the exception to a few. He's pretty good at Pocono. I'd say either him or I'm still leaning toward Matt Kendrick because I think he's going to try to get something to get it going for him, improve a couple things.
Before he's homeless.
So I don't think he'd be homeless. I get the picture. So I think it's BURNOUT. I thought I wanted to pick Ryan Blaney, but I don't know anything for him to though. Kind of pushing the luck a little bit, you think?
That's who I'm picking, so you're fine.
Okay.
I think
Kevin Harvick was runner up.
he's capable of this sweep. Just because I look back at how he was in Xfinity, and I know it's not the same, but I know what he's capable of, and I have a lot of faith in him. And not only that, but he got robbed last weekend. He was doing so good and then got caught up, which is just crappy.
And can we just talk about that for just a second? Because we forgot to talk about the demolition derby that was Indianapolis. Look, I don't watch for the rest of it. A couple of them that was some exciting racing here and there. Because, one caution.
Well, it made me laugh because I'm on Twitter and everyone's like, is this Talladega?
I know. It was. I really kind of enjoyed it a little bit.
I just wish people would stop attacking Talladega. Leave it be. Don't be hating.
That last restart though with Casey ahead. I mean, that was just like here's a phrase for young kids, a Kodak moment.
Mm-hmm.
Kodak doesn't exist anymore, do they?
I don't think so.
I feel old. Anyway, so we covered all.
You are.
So much went on this week. I want to make sure we did cover everything.
Yes.
I'm sure we missed one thing. Was that past that?
Hashtag Team Blaney. All day, every day.
That is a given.
I'm so annoyed though because I just bought a flag at the Michigan race. Good. Ooh, so annoyed now. I just realized that. I'm not mad about the t-shirts. I'm mad about the flag. God dang it.
Well, I mean, maybe it was your fault, team, because you should have waited because you knew an announcement may come soon.
No, it's not my fault. I wanted it to hang at the campsite. So our friend that we camp with, she's a junior fan, which is fine because I'm a junior fan. My mom's a junior fan. I don't really know what Thomas is at this point. He hasn't really picked one he was supposed to, and he never did. So whatever. We're gonna argue about this. But our friend's brother is a Truex fan, and then the other one is a Chase Elliott fan. So like, I'm fine with it. We had a Truex flag, we had junior flag, but there was no representation of Ryan, so I had to go buy a flag to represent.
Now let's buy another one next year.
Yeah, great. Just what I want to do with my money. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
Oh, okay. They should have a deal at merchandise places at the races that when the drivers change into a new car with a new number, same driver, if you haven't opened the package yet, you can take it and exchange it for free for his new number.
Oh my god, that's a genius idea.
Thank you.
I already opened the flag though. Help me.
I mean, if you've already opened it, sell it on eBay and use the money to buy another one. But if you haven't opened it, you'll be able to exchange it or driver's number. You have no control over knowing that he changed the number, so that'd be only right.
Literally 3 weeks later, it's fine. I'm not upset.
All right. Well, we're 35 minutes into it, strict schedule. But we can have it. You're right, Tom. So, I think that's all. I feel like we're missing talking about something, but I always feel like that. Sometimes you go through the grocery store and you forgot something. That would be a forgotten something.
Teresa Earnhardt won her appeal and they get to go back to court.
That's a good
thing. There you go.
What happened there is a good thing, right?
No,
No, that's not a good thing to happen.
you
Believe me,
didn't
I
want her
literally
to win
just
her.
read that like an hour ago.
No. The problem is she's trying to stop Carrie Earnhardt, aka her stepson, from using his own given name because she thinks they're gonna try and make money off Dale Sr.'s name. No, you married into that. That's not your given name. That is your stepson's given name. And they're not even doing anything with racing. It's for housing. It's a realtor company. Get over yourself. I can't stand this lady. She was the demise of DEI, and now she's just trying to ruin her stepkids' lives. But what's funny is now that they have to go back to court, they have to call in witnesses, and I guarantee they're going to call in Dale Jr. and Kelly Earnhardt. Guess what? Teresa's going to lose again. Bring it on. I want to be there in the courthouse. Be a fly in the wall.
Oh, believe me, your fly would talk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be screaming, like, get her out of here.
You will be held in contempt of court, and a bailiff will be throwing you out.
Yep. You're right. Absolutely. Because
Yes,
she's an
that's all
idiot.
that stuff. Anyway, we need to cut this short because I'm getting giggles again, and I'm going to laugh myself out of this broadcast. So, keep it together. Thank you all for joining us tonight in our ramblings and discussions. Can't be too bad tonight. I think we veered on too many rabbit trails. Same as you. But we kept it together. Y'all be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all that wonderful stuff. Go to NASCARFemale.com and check out all the wonderful articles that ladies work so hard to write and follow their passion for racing. And we will see y'all again here for the Burnout next week. Same time, same place, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. YouTube channel for the Burnout. Thank y'all for joining us tonight, and y'all have a wonderful evening.
Night, y'all.